Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make another YouTuber statue. This time, it's going to be Slamacow. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. Slamacow? Slamacow? Yeah, probably Slamacow. Anyway, I'm sticking with the whole making easy stuff for the first few builds, and it doesn't get that much easier than this skin. So, if you want to make it, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need black wool, brown wool, you're going to need dark blue, cyan, light blue wool, and you're also going to need... you're also going to need light grey and white. I don't know how I missed those. And you're also going to need sandstone, and those will be the colours that we'll be using. So once you have your colours and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'm going to make it right here. You're going to want to start off with 8 light grey wool in a row on the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then what you're going to want to do for the second row, you're going to want to place 2 light grey in the middle. You're going to want to place a single light grey on each end of the row. And then you're going to want to just place white in the remaining slots. So you have a little something like that. Then, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take out your dark blue wool, and you're going to want to do 10 rows of dark blue. So I'm going to count them out on the left first and then do them. I like to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I find that if I do it row by row like I'm doing now instead of counting them out, I'm more liable to make mistakes. It's happened more than once. It's unfortunate. So yeah, like I said, I'm sticking with the easy statues, and the only reason that this is easy is because there's not that much detail. It's just your kind of standard stripy shirt. Pretty average skin, but you guys asked for him, so I'm more than happy to reciprocate. And that's the whole leg section of Slamacow. There it is in all of its glory, all of its plain glory. There wasn't any room for variation on the legs. I usually try and add in a little detail where it's appropriate for the skin, but there is none. There's nothing that you can manipulate, so it's just plain Jane, I'm afraid. But there you go. Pause that if necessary. That's the leg section. So, time to move on to the torso. And the first row of the torso is going to be entirely light blue, like so. So you're just going to want to do an entire row of light blue, followed by an entire row of white wool, just like that. Then, what you want to do is you want to do 2 rows of light blue. And again, even though it is only 2 rows, I like to mark it out first, just because. So you want to have that. Then you want to do another row of white wool on top. Then, you might be able to guess this, you want to do 2 rows of light blue wool. Nope. Still getting used to the new controller. There you go. Then, you're going to want to do another row of white wool. And once you're at this point, I'm going to give you a bit of a view. If you need to pause it, make sure you've got it right. When we get to this point, here's where things start getting a little interesting because we encounter a collar. So, make sure that you are up to speed. That's what these little zoning out bits are for, to let you pause, make sure that you have caught up, make sure we're on the exact same page. Because I'm assuming that I still haven't made the intro explaining why I zoom out and give you a little time to pause if necessary. I'm assuming that I've not done that yet, but yeah, that's why I take a step back every so often. I try to do it quite frequently, but there you go. So what I'm going to do for this, just because it makes my life easier doing it this way, I'm going to explain things as I do it from left to right. So for example, this next row, what you're going to want to do, from left going right, on the next row, you want to do 2 light blue, 1 cyan, 2 light blue, 1 cyan, 2 light blue. Just like that, and I'm going to be doing that for the next few rows until we hit the top of the torso. So, for the next row, you're going to want to do 1 light blue, 1 cyan, 1 light blue, 2 cyan, 1 light blue, 1 cyan, 1 light blue. Just like that. Then, what you're going to want to do for the next row, you're going to want to do, again, left to right, 1 white, 1 cyan, oops, hang on, 1 light blue, sorry, since I messed that up, 1 white, 1 cyan, 1 light blue, 2 sandstone, 1 light blue, 1 cyan, 1 white. Then, what you want to do for the next row, this is going to be the final row, you're going to want to do 1 light blue, 1 cyan, 4 sandstone, 1 cyan, 1 light blue, and it will look a little something like that. I'll give you a bit of a view of the colour close up. There you go. Pause that if necessary, make sure that's right. Let me show you what the whole torso looks like together. It looks like that. And whilst I'm actually at this point, as a side note, something that I meant to mention as I started the torso, to me, looking at the skin, the colour matched best. That the primary colour would be light blue and the secondary colour for the collar would be cyan. However, you might think differently, so it would be equally right, depending on how you see it, to swap the colours of light blue and cyan. I feel as though that I just said that in the most retarded way possible. What I'm basically saying is, if you think it looks better, use cyan instead of light blue and use light blue instead of cyan. There you go. And here is everything together. I don't know why, but when I'm at this point, I always like to zone out and have a bit of a look what it looks like. I think I've already said this, but I like to imagine them as a weird little totem pole. But that's just my messed up mind. But this is the point that we're at. Let's do the arms. So the arms start where the light blue starts, and what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to take out your sandstone, match it up with the light blue, and you're going to want to extend out from the light blue by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do 6 rows of sandstone on top of what you've just done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just going to build those up. So that is the actual skin portion of the arm. It comes up to just below the final white line, as you can see. And once you're at this point, you're going to want to do a row of 4 light grey on top of your sandstone. And then you're going to want to do 2 rows of light blue on top of the grey. And then you're going to want to do a row of white. And then you're going to want to do a row of light blue. There we go. That's what the arm wants to look like. Very simple, mostly sandstone. So I'm going to go and do the other arm. So again, it starts at the light blue. You're going to want to extend it out by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to want to do 6 rows, so it comes up just below the white here. And then just fill in the sandstone. I'm going to be doing this arm slightly quicker because there really isn't anything to it, is there? So on top of your sandstone, you're going to want to do a row of light grey, followed by 2 rows of light blue, followed by 1 row of white, followed by 1 row of light blue. Very simple. I like the skin. I do actually like the skin. I think it's the eyes. You'll see later. I don't know why. But it's, I don't usually like the simple skins, like the really simple ones, but this one has its charms. So that's what you want to have in its entirety. I'll show you the whole upper body a little closer. There you go. You know, pause if necessary, make sure everything lines up, and as I already showed you, the whole big bit. So once you're at this point, it is time to make this 3D, and it's very simple. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to the bottom of the statue where the feet are, and starting from either side, it doesn't matter, the statue's the same on either side. You're going to want to bring the statue back 3 rows from the end of the foot. So with the light grey, you're going to want to come back 1, 2, 3, and on the other side as well, 1, 2, 3. So you have something like this, looking at it from the back view. And then what you want to do is, you want to connect the light grey together at the back. And the reason that I've done that is because I like to make the statues in this very same order every single time. I like to do the whole front, I like to extend it back, do the whole back, do the sides, do the head, and we will be dandy. The reason that we bring it back 3 rows is because Minecraft skins are in total 4 rows deep. And it is actually getting slightly darker, at least it's going to be, so I'm going to sleep and I will be back. Alrighty then, so this is actually going to be pretty quick because there is not that much to the back of this statue. So on top of your like I said, we're going to be building on top of this row, going to do the whole back, and then we're going to move on to the side, so just treat this like you did the front. What we're going to be doing on top of our first row of light grey, we're going to be doing 11 rows of dark blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that should put us even with the front of the statue in regards to the dark blue, and I'm just going to be filling these in. The joys. The joys. The only bit that I don't like about Minecraft is the endless placing of blocks. Filling stuff in, pretty much. I don't like that. But we're almost done. There you go. So that's the entire back of the legs. I told you the statue was easy. So, you know, I'd give you a view of that, but I think you can grasp that. So on top of here, what we're going to be doing pretty much is we're going to be copying the shirt from the front onto the back until we reach the collar. That's when it gets slightly different, but you know, not greatly so. So just copy the pattern that you have from the front of the statue. So you want to do one row of light blue, then one row of white, and then, as you can see by looking forward, 2 rows of light blue, followed by 1 row of white, followed by 2 rows of light blue, then followed by 1 row of white. And here's where things get a little different, and I'm just going to show you what I've done. Like I said, you just want to copy it from the front of the statue, or from this little pausing opportunity now. Here's where things get slightly different. The back obviously doesn't have a collar. Why would you have a collar on your back? It doesn't make any sense. So once you're at this point here, what you're going to do is you're just going to do 2 rows of light blue, like so. Then, after your 2 rows of light blue, you're going to do 1 row of white. And then, what you want to do for the next row is the 4 middle blocks of the row, like the ones like in line with the sandstone that you can see up front. You're going to want to do 4 cyan, like that, and then you can fill the rest of the row in with light blue. And when I take a step back so you can have a bit of a look at it, that's the whole back of the shirt. As you might be able to tell, it kind of lines in with the shirt, so it should make sense to you why it's like that. Like if you have a look at the sleeves, like it all carries on. So there you go, that hopefully shouldn't have been complicated whatsoever. Pause that if necessary, make sure you've got that right. Very easy. So, the arms. The arms are the exact same on the back as they are the front. There is no deviation whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is, and what you'll be able to do, assuming that you have done the front part of the statue, is you can just copy what is in front of you, just like you should have done with the back that you've just done. You can just have a bit of a look forward and just copy what is right in front of your eyes. There we go. Like I haven't said it, but I'm not even looking at the plans that I've got set up. I'm just using the statue to figure out what I've got to do. So just filling these in, light grey wool, then 2 rows of light blue, 1 row of white, and 1 row of light blue. And as you'll be able to see, at least from the side view, the side of the arms exactly the same. Like I said, just have a look forward, copy, and you will be good to go. And this is the entire back of the statue in all of its glory. I will show you half and half view. So this is the top half of the statue. Pause this if necessary, make sure everything's right. And this is the bottom half of the statue, which you would have seen earlier anyway. The bottom half's very simple. There you go, pause that if necessary. So, from this point here, we're going to do the side of the statue, and the side of the statue is extremely simple. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it. So, I'm going to be starting, as you're looking at the statue from the front, I'm going to be starting on the left side, although it doesn't matter because the left and the right side are the same. So, what you want to do, starting let me collect my words. Starting on the side of the leg, what you want to do is the only little bit of detail on the legs, you want to place that block of light grey on the right there for the second row. Right there, that's it, just that light grey. And then you can fill the rest of the legs in with dark blue, like so. So you want to do that. And I'm just going to go and do the exact same thing on the other leg as well. So closest to the front, just place that little single light grey and then fill the rest of the legs in with dark blue, like so. There you have it. That's the entire legs, absolutely nothing to it. And now for the arms. So what you want to do for the arms, it's going to make a lot of sense when we do it. You just want to fill the bottom part of the hand in with sandstone like that. I've many a time forgotten to fill that little section in there, that little like 2x3 rectangle. So make sure you do that. And then, as you might imagine, once you're at this point, you just want to bring the sandstone up to where the sandstone ends on like either side, if you understand what I'm saying. And then you pretty much just want to make the colours follow around. So as you can see, we have light grey on either side here. Just fill the middle section in with light grey. Then you want to do 2 rows of light blue, followed by 1 row of white, followed by 1 row of light blue. See what I mean? Extremely logical. I wonder if you heard the motorbike outside just then, but there you go, extremely logical. And I'm just going to go and quickly do the other side. Like I said, just remember to do the under part of the hand. It might just be me that's had that problem. I might just be an idiot. I've considered this many a time. Maybe it's not a problem that you guys would encounter, but I've many a time forgotten to fill in the bottom part of the hand. And then, as I said, you just follow around. You just follow the colours around just like that. And for the top of the shoulders are just light blue, and you just have to go 3 rows in when filling in the top of the shoulder because the head will take care of the rest. So just like that. But, you know, by all means, if you want to fill the whole top of the statue in with your chosen colour, it doesn't really matter because the head will be there anyway. And this is what you want to have. I'll just give you a bit of a slanty view. So you've got the whole back made, you've got the side made, you've got the whole front made. We're pretty much almost done. All we've got to do is do the head, and the head is extremely simple as well. Everything's simple about this statue. I like it. It's nothing at all like Trumu. That was a nightmare. I always go back to Trumu for my nightmare statue build. But right, so what you want to do when you are at this point, you want to come to the top of the statue, as you might imagine where the head may be, and you want to, on top of the original 8 blocks that you've placed, the 8 blocks of the torso, you want to place 8 blocks of sandstone, like that. Then, what you want to do is you want to bring that row of sandstone that you've just placed, you want to bring it forward 2 rows, so towards you 1 row and 2 row. And what I'm going to be doing now is, I'm going to be building up the face from this row. For some reason, I don't know why, Minecraft skins, they have the head overhangs the body and the back by 2 rows. I don't know why. I'd much prefer it to be more uniform and like the face would be here, but you know, I don't design the statue. I do design some statues, but I don't design the actual proper skins. So, using this as our building face, you want to make the whole next row sandstone, like so. And then, here's where you've got a decision to make. The hair is going to be brown wool. That's given. It doesn't make any more sense. It doesn't make any sense to make it a different colour. However, the eyes, you could make either brown wool, you can make them black, or you can make them spruce wood. I've personally chosen black, but spruce wood or brown would also make sense. The eyes are a bit ambiguous on the actual skin. So what you want to do is, you want to, for the next row, going left to right, you want to do 2 sandstone, 1 of your chosen colour for the eyes, then you want to do 2 sandstone, your chosen colour, and then 2 sandstone. Like that. And it's getting slightly dark, so I'm going to sleep and I will be back and we will continue this statue. Alright, so you should be 3 rows deep into the face, and what you want to do for the next row, you just want to copy what you did for the previous row. So sandstone there, and there, and then your chosen colour for the eyes, Like I said, I used black, but I chose black, but you know, spruce wood, brown would look equally as good in my opinion, although I wouldn't use brown. The only reason that I didn't use brown is because that's the colour of his hair. Black or spruce wood is what I'd choose, but do whatever you want. So, from left to right for the next row, you just want to do a single brown there, and then the rest of the row wants to be sandstone. So 1 brown, 7 sandstone, like that for the next row. Then, what you want to do for the next row, left to right, you want to do 5 brown, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you want to do 2 sandstone, and then you want to do 1 brown wall. So, there we go. That's the technical part, if you want to call it that, of the face completed. Now all you have to do to finish it off is 2 full rows of brown. So 1 and a 2. Just like that. So pause that if necessary. That's the whole front of the face done. It's time to move on to the back and sides, just like a hairdresser. So what you want to do, you want to come back to the back of the head, where we started off with the sandstone, and you want to drag that sandstone back until it is at the back of the torso, like that. And then you want to bring it back 1 more row. And what we're going to do is we're going to build up the next row on top of, so like we're going to build up the working row now. So from left to right, from your sandstone, which should only be overhanging 1, you want to do 2 sandstone, then you want to do 3 brown, then you want to do 3 sandstone. So 2 sandstone, 3 brown, 3 sandstone. I got a little confused there. I was trying to figure out whether it was 2 or 3 brown, but it is most definitely 3. So when we do the back of the head, which we can actually do now, why don't we do that now? So this is the base surface for the back of the head, and the back of the head, all we're going to do is we're going to do 7 rows of brown going straight up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should line up perfectly with the front of the head. If it doesn't, you have went either under or over, and you need to affix that. But heads, if you don't know, are in total 8 blocks tall, or at least the majority of them. There you go. Yep, lines up perfectly. I've done that right. And now all we have to do is the side of the head. Let me just consult my plans. Let me move them across. Here we go. So how we're going to be doing this is very similar to, well, how I've just done the face. We're just going to be building up the rows, and I'm going to be doing it from left to right, except we're only going to be doing it in the confines of 6 blocks. So for the second row here, starting here, you're going to want to do 1 brown, then the rest of the row wants to be sandstone. Next row, you're going to want to do 2 brown, the rest of the row wants to be sandstone. So we're 3 rows in. Then for the next row, what you want to do, you want to do 3 brown, 2 sandstone, 1 brown. And there you go. That's the only detail that goes into the side of the head. Everything else is brown. So do the next, is that 4 rows? Yeah, it seems to be 4 rows. Just fill them all in with brown and you will be good. There you go, that's the side of the head. Pause that if necessary, you might need to. Let's move on. So, the other side of the head, and the beauty of these statues when they're symmetrical, all you have to do the next part of the head, to do the other side, if you manage to do that one successfully, you just copy. You just copy what you've done onto the other side of the head and everything will be fine. So, yep, that was pretty quick, nice and easy. Fill the rest in with brown, and as you can see, it will be the exact same as it is on the other side. Pause that if necessary, I don't know why you would. You've got the other side for reference. And then all we have to do to finish off this beautiful statue is to fill in the top of the head with brown. And then we will be done. There we go. That is Slamacow. I'm guessing Slamacow, I'm just messing. That is him done. in all of his glory. Like I said, I don't know whether it's the eyes. It might be the eyes. The statue has a certain charm. I like it. I'll give you a spin whilst I talk about this. As I've said many a time, I like a certain balance. I like simple designs, but they, usually ones like this are where they're a bit, too simple. I don't usually like them, but I do like this one. I don't know why. Got no clue. If they reduced the cruising speed in Minecraft, you might be able to see a semi-finished orca over there. Needs the head putting on. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. So yeah, the only changes that I would make, if you're in the habit of making changes to suit yourself, you could change the blues of the shirt, so you could swap the cyan and the light blue, and you could make the eyes either spruce wood or brown, although I would only personally use spruce wood in place of the black. I wouldn't use brown because his hair is brown. But there you go, there he is. I hope that was easy enough to follow. That's always the goal. I hope that it was in some sort of way useful. Thanks for watching and see ya. Hey, if you're new around here and you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I have plenty more tutorials ranging from statues to pixel art to houses, you name it.